pulling off the bits inside the restaurant. Little by little, I realized I was still on edge. There were spots here and on my body that hurt, probably because of these old stiff-red nervousness. Well, just me 64, and he was stiff in a different place. Maybe, I don't know. He did say he was like, he wanted to meet Shion again. He was like, oh, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. Fascinating. Shion, who had changed into a uniform, oh, he's certainly stiff now, brought over 2 glasses of iced coffee. Here you go, iced coffee on the house. Just bring this coupon with you to the register and it'll be no charge. My patheticness really knew no bounds. But since she went through the trouble, I might as well take her up on that one. Even though it had started out as such a lovely day, I had to get carried away and do that stupid thing. I completely ruined it. Really saved my hide there. Really come to see you as a rival. Even though I was scared, but Keiichi was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. While a little embarrassed by what she just said, she made a show of proving her arms perfectly. Shion, really, thank you. I was thanking Shion, but I really want to thank me on it, and I'm really thankful. No, cheer up, Lil. You feel indebted, and when you have the chance, you should help somebody in need. Like, for example, if I'm ever in trouble. Please come and save me. Yeah, of course. It's a promise. You absolutely have to. Taking advantage of my words, she seemed happily to my promise. I always feel the urge to sing when there's music, you know, and there's always music. You know, because there's a sound novel, and then there's like on the main channel, video games have a soundtrack almost constantly as well. But I don't sing nearly as much as I do here, is it? So if I'm ever in trouble, Keiichi will come and save me. I hope trouble comes soon. You finally smiled. She said as she smiled at some put me in the cheek. A downtrodden Keiichi is as good as an imposter. Come on, smile. That tickles. Thanks to Shion's meddling, I finally changed up a little. All the muscle in my body that is hidden because of the internet finally began to actually live. Oh shit, I was surprised to finish that sentence before it went perfect. When you're in a better mood, don't you get a little hungry? I'm kind of hungry, so I want to eat some pancakes or something. You want some too, Keiichi? I was to show a little restraint really wasn't my fault. That's why I replied that. They're good, right? Very picky when it comes to pancakes. Don't worry, our pancakes have a pretty good reputation. Shion ordered some pancakes from a nearby witness. An employee ordering from another employee seems kind of weird. Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? Imagine, for example, like, I don't know, working at a store. Like, just like stacking the shelves. Just like, oh, I'm thirsty. Actually, that probably happens, I'd imagine. Just like, get a drink off the shelf. Go up to the counter and just like, yeah, I'll pay for this. Just like, go back to stacking shelves. Hey, speaking of that, wasn't Shion in the middle of the shift? She'd just been slacking off while talking to me. I told my uncle that he saved me when I was surrounded by hoodlums, so he's rewarding you. So I have the manager's permission. That's exactly the opposite of what happens. Is that alright? It's perfectly fine. Fine, what time the pancakes arrived. This music, man, it's just fun to sing along to. We had entered into a relaxed conversation. This becomes like less reading, you know, and more like musical. As the two of us ate pancakes, we livened the mood with some chit-chat. About what was on TV, celebrities, that kind of thing. Hobbies, food, really nothing more than idle chit-chat. Talking together like this, I once again became conscious of Shion being a girl. What with her cleavage being in your face, I guess. Hey now, that's funny talk, Keiichi Maimara. Shion and me are the same person. If there was anything different between them, it was only whether or not Leon admitted she was Leon. But given that, how come our conversation was this different? Keiichi, you don't think my sister is a girl, do you? that's not true. If she were a guy, I'd punch the living daylights out of her. I think the reason you guys get along so well is because you have that kind of platonic relationship. That's a pretty rare and, inviolable thing to have, don't you think? I don't get what you're saying, but it really would be a waste to treat her like a girl. Hey, Keiichi, that's sexist! Hearing the word sexist? Sexist was cause for introspection. What was I prejudiced against Mion and Shion? Mion was Mion. She was the best friend a guy could have. Her reservations and head and shoulders above me when it came to club activities. If I had met her 5 years earlier, my life would have probably been a lot more fun. Of this I had no doubt. Well, she is a girl, you know. She's just kind of more of a tomboy, isn't it? And what about Shion? She was Mion's little sister, and it hadn't even been 3 days since we met. The relationship was much more distant as the only friend we had in common was that I knew her sister. And for Shion, it was the same. I was somebody she met 3 days ago, only because I was a friend of her sister's. The difference between Mion and Shion: friendliness, familiarity. Playing around with those unclear thoughts for a while, I had stopped listening to Shion. Hypothetically, okay? Are you listening? Sorry. Yeah, I'm listening. This is just a hypothetical question, okay? Both me and my sister are in trouble, okay? We're dangling off the side of a cliff. Which one of us do you save? You can only save one. Oh, don't you just hate when people ask you that kind of question? It's like, God damn it. Because you know, you won't be like, no, I can't pick one over the other. I will try to save both, but then you'll be like, nah, you do that and they both lose. It's like, that's just terrible. What a terrible question. She wasn't saying it pleased me, but had a playful turn behind her voice. That's not a nice question. I want to save you both, but I can't do that, right? Right. You can only save either Shion or Mion. Who do you save? If it were Mion, I don't think she'd be in that situation in the first place, as it's something she could easily get out of herself. But what about the normal frail Shion? I guess there's a choice. It's not my sister, right? If Mion and Shion were different people, I suppose it would come to that. I couldn't confirm nor deny it. She should have been smiling, but her gaze was locked firmly to mine. In other words, that's it, isn't it? My sister is... Sorry, I messed up what I was trying to say. Shion was trying to talk in a light-hearted manner, but I felt that there was something more behind her words. Was Mion trying to tell me something for Shion? Not being able to put a finger on exactly what it was vexing. Shion, behind her embarrassment, turned the conversation around. More importantly, just now, were you surprised when everybody kept on showing up? Of course I was. If it were Red or Stoker, that would have been one thing. But for all those people young and old together, they're all from Hinamizawa, right? Yeah, that's right. Everybody in Hinamizawa is pretty close-knit. An enemy of one is the enemy of all. Nobody's going to look on from the sidelines. They're a pretty reliable group of residents. Somebody's being picked on, then everybody unites to get rid of the bully. That sounds like the Mafia or the Yakuza's brand of unity. You shouldn't say something like that. It's something you should be thankful for. You were saved by that unity, weren't you? Never forget to show your appreciation. I half-heartedly agreed. I knew full well I should be appreciative. Everybody really is close-knit, aren't they? Maybe it's because of tradition. Hinamizawa has been in danger of becoming a ghost town on several occasions. There's been a history of the villagers uniting together each time to fight for the village's continued existence. For example, Keiichi, did you know about the Hinamizawa Dam Project? Hinamizawa Dam Project? Let's see, I feel like I've heard something talking about it before. About 10 years ago, there was some proposal to build a dam here, which would have submerged Hinamizawa underwater. Oh, that story, I think I heard my dad talk about that. I'm pretty sure that plan was cancelled, right? We made them cancel it. Everybody banded together. So that was a well-earned victory. That sounded pretty much like the story I heard. The protest intensified to the point where it was featured in newspapers and magazines. As a result, the plan was suspended. The whole story was the dam apparently started before I was born. At first, the proposal was only for exploratory purposes, or a small dam to control erosion. But then the cat was let out of the bag. If it was completed, it would have been the biggest dam in Japan. Not just Hinamizawa, but several villages upstream would have been submerged as well. I'm just assuming that this is all voice fire, but you don't see the speech indication. Protests immediately began. Petitions to cancel or relocate the project were drafted and submitted to the Diet. They even went so far as to go to the Ministry of Construction in Tokyo to hand over a direct appeal to the minister. Previous landowner sued the government, stating there was inconsistencies in the purchase agreement and the transaction should be nullified. Owners of yet unacquired land split their properties, increasing the number of landowners in order to start the project. It was all very precious when the land acquisition was still about money. Eventually, they started relying on eminent domain in order to seize land. It started at that point. The riot police began to get violent. Riot police? You mean the police? Why would they act violent? Well, there are cases, well, it depends, really. There are cases where police act with violence for no reason, and then there's ones with reason, They punched. They kicked. There was a time I was hit. Right around here, I think. My skin split open and a whole lot of blood spilled out. Saying that Shion indicated her temple by poking at it. Ow. What happened to the police? Filing a complaint against the riot police for police brutality would seem kind of strange for some reason. Naturally, they wouldn't pay heed to something like that. You wouldn't be able to establish proof on who exactly hit you, and they would justify their actions by saying you were interfering with your police duties. My nana went off like a firework. After that, it was amazing. Like a full-scale war. We weren't just going to sit by and idly file complaints. We went on the offense. First, in order to call attention to the government, they filed a temporary injunction in court. Then, in order to gain public support, they called in prominent scientists to state that Hinamizawa was a valuable nature reserve. They pressured the prefectural and municipal assemblies, saying that the prefectural governor ignored his constitutions when he approved the project and demanded his resignation. They completely and thoroughly denounced him. Naturally, in Hinamizawa, a ferocious conflict worthy of being called a dam war began. In order to suppress the police's brutality, they coordinated with the network channels and exposed the violence of the riot squad members to the public. On top of that, they put together a special expose filmed around the government's repressing the citizens and had it nationally. It worked wonders. Following that, the SWAT teams had their hands cuffed. It's just like the damn war. There's all types of war. I remember reading about this one amusing war, the Emu War. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. It's kind of amusing. It's just like, alright, we're sick of these damn emus that he's fricking going through our fricking crops. We're gonna fuck them up with machine guns. And they failed miserably. The emus were too much for machine guns. I think they did eventually get success. But man, what a fricking humiliating defeat that is right there. You got a bunch of people, machine guns? Yeah, we can take down a bunch of dumb giant birds, right? No, not so simple. Day after day, petitions and demonstrations continued. Propaganda was used to help garner support. I think it was a similar thing with the Emu War as well. It's like, no, we have to keep this, we're serious about this. And I think the public was just like, this is stupid. Put a stop to it. I don't know. The circle of support gradually expanded outwards from Hinamizawa. All that bore fruit, for the government finally decided against it. It was announced that the dam project was indefinitely suspended just a few years ago. We did everything we could. The entire village banded together and fought. At that time we were desperate, but now that it's over, it's actually become a pretty good memory. The villagers' feelings of solidarity and unity still haven't faded. Shion said that as she focused off into the distance. You gotta do that for dramatic effect, don't you? It's like, yes. I felt that those eyes weren't filled with anguish, but rather a sense of pride. That kind of solidarity is pretty nice. You don't see it too often. Bridging the generation gap and unifying the region. I think so too. The damn project was a trial. I think that was the fact that we were able to overcome it. It's huge. The fear I was feeling until just now gradually began to fade. When people began to show up one after another while I was engaged with those funds, I thought it was frightening. But now I felt from the bottom of my heart that I had been rude. The villagers prepared to defend their homeland to death. No sense of solidarity that fostered. It might seem impudent to say this, but I was a little jealous. If I had been in Hinamizawa with the protest here as that was going on, I might have been able to share in that sense of solidarity. Keiichi, you weren't here at the time, so I don't think you can fully feel the solidarity in the village. But everybody shares it. Probably. Even with somebody who just moved here like you, Keiichi. She couldn't have been more right. So many people get together to help me out when I just moved here. Even though they were strangers whose names I didn't even know. A hot feeling began welling up inside of me. When I lived in the city, I didn't even know my own neighbors. Well, if you live in a city, well, I guess you could know your neighbors in a city. Depends really where you live in the city, but I don't live in the city and never have. But there's a lot more people, so, it's like, I don't know. I thought that was natural, but here that was an absurd and pathetic thing. Even though I fought to them as strangers, the other villagers treated me as a comrade. Happiness and warmth. I was acutely aware of those feelings as they gradually welled up inside me. Sonozaki-san, the manager wants you to work the floor. A more senior waitress waved her hand and called out to Shion. It seemed like it was time for work. Okay, I'm coming. Sorry, looks like I have to get to work now. It's fine. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's fun. Oh, are you going home? Yeah. My mom gets fussy if I'm not home by dinner time. It seemed like Shion wanted to say something, but she swallowed her words. Like we hadn't talked enough, that kind of thing. Looking at the expression, I regretted saying something that had disappointed me on my plans. I was about to say that I could stay for a little bit longer when Shion got up to her seats. Here, if you use the coupon, it should cover the pancake as well. Pancakes, I mean. Saying that, she showed me a coupon booklet and she tore out a few sheets and handed them to me. Convenient, isn't it? It's a perk I get on top of my salary. It's okay, I can pay for the pancakes myself. Hey, being so reserved doesn't fit you, Keiichi. If I were my sister, you would have gladly let me pay for it. She said so and she laughed, gently stopping me from opening my mouth. It also, with such an encouraging smile, really resounded to me. Sonozaki-san, sorry, could you take care of the register? Yes, right away. Just like the floor, and now the register. Later, today was fun. Say that. It's just what? You didn't end that, man. Say that. Shion smiled one more time at me. Oh, Mion. Thanks a lot for that, Angel. Oh, you won. If you really think that, then return the favor. I'm looking forward to it. After I said it, I realized I mistakenly called her Mion. I didn't know if she realized it or not. Well, they do sound similar, don't they? Apart from, the beginning of it. The evening cicadas of Higurashi. Lazing around and watching television for the old part of my daily routine. Might seem like a waste at first glance, but you could say it was an important time when I was able to share knowledge of everything from politics to economics to various trivia. After dinner was valuable time well spent while the brain was at its most supplied with nutrients. You idiot! It's obvious that Tokyo Tower's caller. Today I test my knowledge of trivia by watching my weekly quiz show. sitting in front of television, I was able to get a lot of the answers right. But if I were actually up on stage, I'd probably fail miserably. That's the thing, really. I'd imagine like you could be like really well knowledge, but if you put on that freaking stage in a quiz show, I'd imagine the nerves, and you'd be like, I can't think straight, I get the answers wrong, shit. Who's calling? Keiichi, phone call from Sotasaki-san. Okay, Sotasaki. That's me on. It was a little late for her to be calling. I had a bad feeling about this. I had a hunch it was something to do with club activities. She's probably going to inform me about what we were doing tomorrow. This was me on we're talking about. It's not even due shift for us to say we're doing club activities right now, so hurry up and come over. By the way, it was 8 p.m. You're a bit off there, Keiichi. It's 9 p.m. as I'm recording. It was 8 p.m. at the start of this recording session, though. No way we're having a club battle right now. Huh? That's not it. I mean, it was Mion, but it was a very un-Mion-like way of talking. Could be. Sorry. Could it be you're not Mion, but Shion? That's right. Good evening, konbanwa and all that shit. I'm sorry for calling so late. Mion, this would have been an ill-fittingly polite way of talking. But since it was Shion, it was natural. Even though they were both the same person. With a dry smile, I enjoyed that mysterious feeling. Oh, it's fine. What's up? Kei-chan, do you like sweets like cakes or desserts? There's no way. No, I'm unabashed glutton. That's great. Actually, there's a new desert contest there. Dessert contest test this summer. Looks like they have a new desserts. I haven't seen them. So they were hiring taste testers for potential desserts. Oh yeah, I remember this. Desserts at Angel Mort have a good reputation. It's pretty difficult to get accepted as a taste tester. I'll get right to the point. Ta-da! You say ta-da, but I can't see on the phone. Still, could it be? That's right. I have a taste testing ticket right here. If you don't mind sweets, how about it? When you say how about it, you basically mean that ticket I can eat all the new desserts at once? They say to beware of honeypots, but this is sweeter than any pot of honey. All you can eat free dessert? No, why? If you're okay with it, I'll register you as a taste tester. When you come to the restaurant tomorrow, just give the person in charge your name. And everything will work out. When you say everything will work out, you mean all you can eat? For free? Yeah, it's free. That's quite a bit, so I recommend you come hungry. This was such a delectable opportunity, it was almost scary. This was really Shion, right? It wasn't me posing as Shion in order to bait me into a trap, was it? What am I saying? They're the same person. Yeah, I know exactly what you think. Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you think, Kei-chan. You're thinking this is too good to be true, right? I mean, I would never. Snort! I heard from my sister, but you're really somebody who can't tell a lie. I'm not averse to somebody like that. Shion laughed and her voice is sounding a lot like how Mion would laugh. It's not like I was intending on it. Why, it so happens that It's not like I was intending on it, but it just so happens that my shift ends early tomorrow. It's not a bother, I thought maybe we could spend a little time together after I'm done. Your shift ends early tomorrow? Yeah. So while you take your time eating dessert, I'll finish up. Well, I didn't have any plans anyway. I don't mind hanging out with you for a bit. It's not like we have to go anywhere. I was thinking we could call off in the evening while we take a walk. There's no reason for me to refuse. Out of courtesy, I might as well take her up on her offer. By the way, Kei-chan, you and I have been meeting up every day, haven't we? Now that you say it, I guess I have. Since you said okay, we have an excuse to meet again tomorrow. What was Mion's name? Kei-chan, your voice just cracked. What's the matter? I know that. It wasn't a video phone, but you could tell I was a bit red. Well, then you should definitely come tomorrow. I'll take my leave here. Good night. Good night. We assuming a sign and all that. Shion finished with what you'd call saying the conversation without any chit-chat. I returned to the living room after hanging up the phone. The TV was already up and my mom was sleeping in the rocking chair. I feel like turning the TV back on. I went back upstairs and returned to my room. How'd you fall asleep there? I've already received favors from Shion, haven't I? She wrote me a bento and saved me when I got involved in her stores. You're supposed to deliver that so I can thank you at school. Come think of it, she'll probably just say she'll pass it on to her sister. I have to thank Shion directly. Tomorrow I'll have to repay her somehow. Higurashi when you cry. Watanagashi. I've seen the tip details of the banquet tree. See, but unlocked mob mentality. That's why you're rest nuts. Bullshit. Let me go. Let go of me. Kuma-chan, you can let go of their arms now. Here, please sit down. The three people rub their arms painfully. Kuma, Tani-kun, and the others must have been squeezing them very tightly. Don't get me wrong. I haven't arrested you or anything. Kuma-chan, go get me something cold from the fridge, please. Would you like your barley with foam or without? They plunked down onto the reception sofa and, despite not yelling anymore, they still had dangerous expressions. What I'd give to be young again. I'll drink even if you don't, you know. Excuse me for helping myself. Beer is best when you drink it on the job. As they downed the beer with glee, the three people exchanged glances and finally reached out for their cans. They hadn't stopped being cautious. It was more like they didn't see a reason to refuse. They each opened their cans and began to drink the contents. Where did you guys come from? You're not from around here. They looked at each other again, suspicious of where they should tell him. Are you all college students? Friends on a trip? You were probably traveling on bikes or something. Sounds like fun I wish I was having. You don't live close by, do you? Where did you come from? Osaka, perhaps? What's the matter here? No, there's no use trying to intimidate me. You would have all been in a lot of trouble if I'd left you there, right? They seemed to recall the thrilling event from earlier. While they could understand getting surrounded by students or a gang or something along those lines, they would never have been surrounded by locals, both young and old, both men and women before. It was easy to imagine how scared they must have been. If you were from here, the people of Hinamizawa wouldn't have done anything to you, no matter what you had done wrong. They're all special, not in the sense of parents not wanting to get involved in their children's fights. One person gets bullied, the village will come out in full force. That's not just an idle threat, you know. They couldn't argue against that. They themselves had been surrounded. They'd seen it with their own eyes. There was no doubt about it. Around these parts, if the people of Hinamizawa give you a glare like that, you'll simply get deemed away and no one will hear from you again. You'll suddenly disappear without a trace. Do you all have families that would get the police to search for you if you went missing? If not, then that's bad. You'll vanish and that'll be the end of it. That's morbid, isn't it? Even then, we got there soon enough and nothing happened. If we'd been late, things could have taken a turn for the worse. They'd been forced into an alleyway. Those young men wouldn't be sitting on a couch right now. They might be lying on an autopsy table. Oh well, probably not. Anyway, perhaps they'd be a little more cooperative if we'd found them as corpses. How morbid. How did you all get to Okinawa? All the trouble like that. By train. By bike. Bike. That's not good. They're still parked there, aren't they? If you go waltzing in to get them back, they really might gang up on you. How's that? Well, take them all. Calm down, calm down. Why, young people these days so quick for that shouting. You don't want any more trouble, right? Tell me the bike license plate numbers. I'll bring them here for you. Keiichi, please borrow the loading truck we use for traffic disasters. Got it. It's fine. We'll get them ourselves. Do you really want to get surrounded again? The police may not be fast enough to save you this time. It's fine, isn't it? We're surrounded and they're gonna get knocked out. Hey, you free. You're drinking the barley with foam, right? Try turning your engines on. I'll arrest you on the spot for drunk driving. That's fucking dirty. Oh, I see why you give him alcohol then. Your tax dollars will be put to good use in bringing all our bikes back here. Quit complaining and tell me the goddamn license plate numbers, you piece of shit. I think we've vaguely heard a bit that Oishi is like a bit of a hard ass back in the day. Like he was like, well, just a hard ass on people like that. But now we're finally actually seeing a bit of that side of him. The three were hesitant to tell him the numbers. They were mumbling something along the lines of not around them since they just bought the bikes. Well, that's what I thought. Huh. Kuma-chan, go with the truck and bring the bikes back. Get the tough-looking red Yamaha, the one with the broken right taillights, and the white one that had the packing tape stuck to the seat. It's those ones. They belong to you, right? They didn't answer. Those might be the right ones. Where you stand? The truck is here, so I'll get going. Yes, please do. Wait, Kuma-chan, hold on. One more thing. What's up? Look up the numbers. You don't want to bring the wrong ones back. The three people's faces changed color. They made themselves very easy to understand. Let's take it easy here until your bikes get back. There's more beer, you know. We have some snacks too. Want to watch TV? There's probably nothing on though. Thanks, we're leaving. Don't want to hang you forever. Suddenly there were 5 or 6 huge officers surrounding them. Their clearly overpowered stares nailed them to the sofa. What? What did we do? Going on a trip by stealing motorcycles, huh? Students these days have too much time on their hands. Well, that was interesting. We won by doing all the club activity every Tuesday before we won the city enemy. I've been invited by Shion for an all-you-can-eat dinner. I've been afforded to leave in half my lunch on eating. My expectations lure me by the arrival by my hunger.
Keiichi-kun, you seem kind of happy today. Did something good happen, did it?
I guess it was obvious. Arena had questioned me with a happy look. That's right, why don't I invite Renna for dessert as well? Now, if I recall correctly, Shion said something about having tickets. Worst, the restaurant might be admission by ticket only today. If that was the case, then having Renna be turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling ever. Yeah, I got a little lucky. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Renna, you'll definitely be jealous.
Whoa. What is it? I'm jealous. This lucky thing, is it cute? Is it?
Cute? I wonder what Renna would think of the uniforms at Angel Mort. There'd definitely be a critical hit. Probably. It's probably pretty cute.
What? I'm jelly. What is it?
What kind of fortune were you blessed with? Huh? Could it be to participate in the draw at Angel Mort about 2 months ago? And what? Hey now, I haven't been even transferred here 2 months ago. Oh, that's right. That's not the Angel's Dessert Festa then.
Chan, what is the Angel Dessert Festa exactly?
You know, there's that family restaurant called Angel Mort right by Watanagashi station. Every season they hold an event to promote their new dessert menu. That's the thing. Oh, it's no use going. The restaurant is reserved for people who won the draw. Shion explained once again what Shion explained to me last night.
I know we'll have to stop by the restaurant sometime. I'll do my best to draw winning tickets and name tag to the next all-you-can-eat event.
Knock yourself out. By the way, this is just something I heard, but there's a rumor that the tickets are being sold on the black market for a pretty penny. During that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had secured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turned out that that ticket was much more valuable. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again. Thanks, I didn't know it was worth so much. I whispered in a voice only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled conveniently.
What? Did you say something?
Would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. Guess Mion wouldn't be accepting any gratitude while she was Mion. I'll go to the restaurant. Today I'll thank Mion while she's Shion.
Well then, this old man will take his leave today. Here. The work today is gonna be a little rough. Later.
Mion waved her hand energetically as she left.
Hey, Keiichi-kun, Mei-chan has been kind of weird lately. Like she's elated or something.
What? You think so? That was pretty sharp when it came to these type of things. Interruption. To me, Mion seemed the same as always, but then apparently found something different.
No, Keiichi-kun. I totally thought you knew.
When his skirt glithered, she spun around with a coy smile. No, what exactly? You know, despite the interruption there, it is nearly like 10. And, you know, I upload around 10-ish. And actually, like, freaking previous part, piss off there. You know, the previous recording, that was before, you know, this recording session. I've got to upload that part now in like a couple of minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know. So it's a pain in the ass uploading. If you've paid any attention to my video descriptions, you'll notice that they tend to be pretty lengthy. That's the most pain in the ass thing about uploading now. I went from like having really short descriptions on my video descriptions in the past with shit grammar as well for back in the day. But since a couple of years back doing like a course and all that for it at the college and all that, well, it wasn't directly at the college, but it was essentially the same kind of thing, whatever. Since doing that, I've like been more like kind of like focused on my grammar and all that. So I've like put it to use by doing like long video descriptions. It's just chaotic. But anyways, we will find out what the hell is going on here next time. So I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.